A lesson in love. I started to suspect my husband. Every day he came home late. Whenever I asked, he simply said he was working overtime. Not just once or twice, but every single day. He no longer enjoyed dinner the way he used to. He barely touched his food, taking only a few spoonfuls of rice. Something had changed. Something was wrong. I looked at myself in the mirror. I was in my early 40s now. Fine lines had begun to form at the corners of my eyes. My face, covered in light makeup, looked fuller than before. I had been so busy with work and household chores that I hadn't taken care of myself in a long time. Was I losing the most important person in my life? No, my husband wouldn't be that cruel, would he? Even as I tried to reassure myself, my heart burned with sorrow. I had to find out the truth. That evening, as he left work, I secretly followed him. Not long after 6 o'clock, he stepped out of his office. I trailed him from a safe distance. First, he went to a supermarket and bought some vegetables. Then, instead of heading home, he walked in the opposite direction. My heart pounded. Please, let it not be what I think. Images filled my mind. Him with another woman, cooking dinner together, laughing, sharing a meal. So this is why he hardly eats at home. He's already full when he gets back. My eyes stung with tears, but I kept following him. He entered a small house in a quiet neighborhood. I hid behind a tree, watching in silence. My fists clenched, my teeth ground together. After a few minutes, the kitchen light flickered on, and I saw movement through the window. I wiped my teary eyes and looked carefully. My husband was cooking. The man who never once helped me in the kitchen was now stirring a pot, carefully adding ingredients. I was about to storm in when I noticed someone else, an elderly woman with silver hair, standing beside him, helping him cook. Who is that? Then, under the dim kitchen light, I saw her face clearly. His mother. Memories from over 10 years ago rushed back. His mother never approved of me. She had opposed our marriage. Because of that, I made him promise. Once we were married, we would never live with her. I had cut off all contact, refusing to see her, even when my father-in-law passed away. Yet here he was, sitting with her at the dinner table, eating together, talking, laughing. She placed food on his plate, and he did the same for her. I no longer felt anger, only guilt. A lump formed in my throat, and tears streamed down my face. Between a lonely old mother and a stubborn wife, my husband had been caught in the middle, suffering in silence. He had been eating 2 dinners every night just to make sure neither of us felt abandoned. I couldn't watch any longer. I turned and walked home. An hour later, he returned. He gave me a tired smile and sat down at the dining table. I silently filled a large plate with rice and placed it in front of him. He hesitated for a moment, but then took it. "Eat up," I said softly. "You don't have to eat twice anymore. Tomorrow, let's bring your mother home. I've already prepared a room for her." He looked up at me. Our eyes met. Neither of us spoke, but tears glistened in both our eyes, tears of regret, of understanding, and above all, of love.